So the first questions are about property tax.
Oh,
that was the number one thing from everybody. And I don't know what the solution is. So like this is like what specific legislation would you support to lower property taxes in Kansas? How would you balance property tax relief with funding for schools, roads, and emergency services? Would you support requiring landlords to pass property tax reduction on tenants through lower rent? So if they get these big corporate people get their property taxes cut $30 a month, they should lower their rent $30.
Right. Property taxes, it is a difficult one. It is a very important one at the door that people talked about.
Mm-hmm.
I think that anything you can do policy-wise. Now, you have to remember, being a Democrat, you are in the massive minority right now. So a lot of what you're going to see Democrats do, working really hard this year, and then again next year, which would be the race that I would, hopefully be in that position. We're going to be working really hard on stopping a lot of ugly. So how many bills will we get to the floor? Everybody's going to try. But I think you're going to see the majority of those kinds of bills that are coming, like what we're seeing now, are going to come again.
Mm-hmm.
So a majority of that time in those committees is going to be spent. Yeah, it's going to really be spent trying to take on just the nonsense and the unserious part. If you can get a bill in, if you can get a bill to the floor, if you can get a hearing, right now I'm seeing the most relief probably being necessary for homeowners and seniors. I think those two are being squeezed out the most. I think that our seniors need all the help that they can have.
Yeah.
Capping, I don't know that they're ever going to lower the prices, the property taxes right now, but I can see them definitely capping things.
Well, they have like a thing where they can get a rebate or whatever if they fill out a form. Just like increasing that money they get back would be helpful. Because I know it's a big problem in Wichita because then it's additional property tax.
Yeah.
It's not all from the state. It's not all controlled by the state,
right.
Property tax. So there's a whole local element that I don't think people end up just like blaming the capital.
Yeah.
And I don't think that cities do a lot to disparage that belief.
Well, and I think that, you don't want to shift. It's the shifting of costs onto one. So I'm
the things need to get paid for.
Yeah, I'm going to take this, I'm going to do this. And so a lot of the people that I worked with when I worked on Senate 37, and we talked a lot of ways about, reducing property taxes and stuff. And then we had real candid conversations about, well, what services are you ready to give up? Mm-hmm. And it's like, oh, well, I need the fire department, I need the police department, we need public schools, we need this. And so they realized that everything that they use that was like a public entity that, part of that whole component works together, they really couldn't decide on what they were ready to give up or to narrow down or to even carve off those.
I think that if we were, I just know from like a city level that I don't feel like in Wichita, I haven't been in Topeka long, so I don't feel like in Wichita that we're paying more and more money for less and less stuff, for less and less care of our roads, less and less infrastructure. They're focusing a lot on the wrong things, if you ask me. I always say it's a priority problem, not a money problem. There's plenty of money in the city budget. It's just how they're choosing to spend it and use it that's the problem.
Yeah.
So I suspect that might be an issue at the state too. I don't know enough about state level. I focused really hard on Wichita. I felt very overwhelmed. This is a trick. If you're feeling very overwhelmed by the federal government, just pay attention to your local government. And you'll catch on there. And then once you catch on there, you can catch on the state government.
Yeah. And then
you just focus on. It's kind of my therapist said. Just focus on what's in front of you.
Yeah. See what you can
do right there.
Yeah.
You have a lot more power at home than you do the federal government.
Yeah, and I think Johnson County, where I represent in District 14, we have huge taxes. We have a lot of taxes, but we have a lot of stuff.
You have this amazing library.
So we have amazing libraries. We have amazing fire departments. We have amazing recycling. We have amazing.
Your roads are clean.
Yeah, our roads are
cared
good.
For. Schools are funded. Taken care of.
Say nothing but the utmost positive for everything within our city. Yeah.
I wouldn't care if I paid 30% of my income if I got free state college and health care and all these other things I didn't have to worry about.
Yeah.
I really wouldn't care. I'll pay the money.
Yeah.
I just don't want you to keep taking more and more of my money. I just don't understand how, if like Brownback cut all these things, well then why are we paying more money now if they cut? Where'd that money go?
Yeah.
That's my question. Like, where did the money go that was cut out of that program? Because it was all about saving our money. And I haven't seen, I just see you taking more and more of our money. That doesn't make any sense to me. If you're going to cut services, I should be paying less taxes.
Yeah. Or the services that the city said, okay, we're going to cut libraries more off of libraries, not cut them completely, a bit more off. Then we better see fire departments grow.
Something.
You know, yeah.
I need to know what's going on with the money.